All right, we should be live. How's everyone doing? Are we live yet? Let's see. It says still waiting. Let me refresh because it's not doing anything. All right, how we doing? How we doing? Not bad. We got 5 people in here. Oh man, Bitcoin's still holding up pretty good here. What is up, Silver, my man? How you doing? What's up, Tony? What's up, David? What's up, Zero Cool? How you guys doing? Did I check out XOR Sora? I don't think we did. We look at that? I don't remember. Sora. This thing? XOR. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for. Can we look at Swift? Hopefully Trump fires Powell. Is he supposed to? Alright, let me pull up Dex Screener real quick. All we need is Bitcoin to get over 80, what, 86.5. Alright, Dex Screener's opened. But yeah, we'll look at Swift. Alright, I think you're talking about Sora on Ethereum. That's the only one I could find. Oh man, so bearish. We're still out only 7 people in here. Swift coin. She's probably doing the same thing she was doing last night. A bunch of nothing. Yeah, you're still getting stuck below a penny and a half to 3.2. So it could come right back down to these levels, but I think the bottom is in. It's not doing anything. It's in the same exact spot. It's not moving. So once you get over 1.5, you're bullish on it again. Then it'll probably start pushing back up. But right now it tagged the macro bottom 618 at about 73 and holding over the 0.5 at 1. So as long as you're over a penny, you need to get over a penny and a half. But like I keep saying, it hasn't moved. Sitting in the same spot. These candles are just hugging the 382 here. But on the positive, let's see if there is a positive. Oh, it's a double 382. So yeah, double 382 resistance here is what it's got to get over, 1.5, and then you're in good shape. Yeah, we only got 4 people here. What's going on? Sora. Alright, I think this is what you're talking about. Yeah, we've looked at this one before. High to the low, it's not doing anything. If that is the bottom, then you have to get over the macro 236, of course, at 0079, 008. Yeah, 008. And then short term, you know, if this one's going to run, it's going to be a decent runner, or it's going to have decent returns. So short term 005, and then the bullish over the 382. So you have to get over 8 to be bullish. And then a 786 retracement would be a 24x from here, 25x, and then if it's going to make a new high, it's a 214x to a new high, up to 8 pennies. If people are going to buy this coin. But not bad. It's low market cap. It's got locked liquidity, 6,000 holders. Maybe you'll get a 200x out of this thing. Oh, what's up, King? What's up, Kubos? Alan's in the house. PNG. Yeah, ultimately, I mean, these coins just, they're not moving right now. But I do think the macro bottoms are in. It's just only a matter of time before we start going up. Yeah, just looking at PNG on the monthly macro, we held the green box. We're holding over the 382. So we got to get over low to the high 1.5, 15.7, and then you can be bullish again. But just looking on the macro here, that should be the bottom. We blew through it, and then we were back testing it. And like I keep saying, like a broken record, it's the same thing for everything. Everything came back down pretty much to back test levels, and we're just sitting here now. Sitting here wasting away. Yeah, you're getting stuck at the 236, so the macro 382, and then all the way up to 18. So if it spikes up here again and gets stuck, it's still bearish. But the question is, where's PNG going to go? I don't know if PNG is going to do a 200x from here to 26 bucks, but maybe we get a higher high. $5 to $6 would be a 42, 43x on PNG. More conservative price, 786, and then we get stuck and that's it. That would be your 10x to 130. Voxel's up 145%. Voxel. Oh, that's because she fell down so far. She's trying to stay alive, that's why. Yeah, she may be up that much, but there's nothing bullish on the chart here, it looks like. It's got to get through pretty much 8 pennies up to... Why did that move? All the way up to 18 right now, and you're still bearish. So 8 to 18 and a half. Yeah, I don't know if Voxel's ever going to come back alive, is it? 618 retracement, if that is the bottom, which is not a bad looking buyback, would be about 75 cents for a 12.5x. Auction. Bounce token. Yeah, she's still holding up. This is what we're looking at on bounce. She's macro bullish inside this pattern, but it simply came back down. So as long as you hold our box here, which I don't know why it's red. So as long as it stays over the 382, 618, you're alive. Any lower than 980, then it's going down. But it looks to be strong move up, falling wedge. It's probably going to do this again. But once you get a monthly candle that are all getting stuck here to close above this thing, then you can be bullish on it. And then bullish over 21. But it is holding up nicely in this pattern. Man, we only got 9 people here. Where's everyone at? Everyone loading their bags up. We're about to go. Yeah, BTC's at 85 now. So much on the screen. Yeah, if we can get through 85.6 here, I think we'll be bullish, and then 88.9, and then we should be good. But ultimately not doing anything, just sitting here. So what is Jasmine doing? She's still getting stuck. Jasmine to the moon. Yeah, she's still getting stuck. The whole market's doing the same thing. We're getting stuck at the first areas we're hitting. Damn, this is going to be a short stream. There ain't no one here. Yeah, auction's going to have its day again. It's holding up pretty good on the macro. What did XCN end up doing? I know I covered it earlier, but I don't even remember what I said. I think it's still holding up. But every time I update it, it goes down, so. We'll get that one off. Yeah, XCN's still holding up here. Come on. If it can stay over 18.5 and get over 2 pennies, get this thing running already. What's up, Rashad? What's up, Shadow? Yeah, I know it's Easter weekend. A lot of people are probably traveling and Easter weekend, vacation time. Everything is just chopping sideways. Yeah. That's why it looks like on the macro levels, we're not moving at all. It's like a dead market right now. Excuse me. XPR and SPA. XPR to the moon. Yeah, XPR doesn't look to be in a bad spot. It looks like it broke the downtrend here. And if you want to call this a falling wedge pattern, it looks like it broke out to the top and it's back testing it. So XPR, I mean, the whole market's doing the same thing right now. This same move, it bounce up. Some things are breaking out and holding, but ultimately we're not doing anything. Just a quiet little slow breakout. Yeah, sitting right on the 236. So as long as you're over 35, you got the breakout in play. You back tested already, so it's in a good spot. It needs to get over the double 382 at 4 to 4.1, and then you're bullish again. Breakout over 5.3. But now that it got out of there, should be about the 2x up to about 0074. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things right now that look like they're ready to go. I think SPA already went, didn't it? Yeah, SPA got stuck at the 0.5, put it at a lower high. So there is a chance that SPA comes all the way back down. We'll see how it plays out. As long as you're above 18.6, you're still bullish. Any lower than that, double three to a penny and a half. Then you could come all the way back down to the trend again. Excuse me. Unless people start piling back into it, maybe to do something like it did back here. Let's go completely sideways and then back up. But the fact that it made a lower high is not good. Might crawl its way back down here, drop 45%, and then go up. But it's like the rest of the market. It's another coin that's holding the trend, higher highs and higher lows, except for that one, of course. SPA is going to rocket out of here. So a 786 retracement would be a 4.5, almost a 5x up to 10 cents. And if you believe this one can shoot up to the high here, hit about 80 cents to $1, that would be a 37.5x on SPA. But ultimately on the macro, it's holding up well. Added more turbo, ACH, ZBCN, and Algo. Not bad. What's up, Slava, my man? Anyone ever use Robinhood for trading crypto? I see they have an app for gamble coins. I used to use Robinhood back in the day, but I haven't used it forever. We got 15 people in here now. Is there anything, any meme coins, anything moving? Bitcoin's doing nothing. ZBCN. Well, she's starting to push up a little bit. Yeah, ZBCN's not in a bad spot at the moment. This thing could take off whenever it wants, I think. 3-day stock RSI just crossed 50. Yeah, we may be getting ready for another leg, another move up on ZBCN here soon. So she's gonna end up leaving me behind, but it is what it is. But she's not looking bad where she is right now. Can't stand Robinhood. But yeah, ZBCN's holding over the 236 again where it was getting stuck. So she may be getting ready for a spike to the upside. XRP. Still holding up bullish. Yeah, I'm ready for it to be over. Tired of these boring times. I'm ready to get this thing going already. ACH is in the same spot. Magic is up 95%, really? Go to church tomorrow? Yeah, that's the plan. What's up, Flip Coins, my man? Yeah, these coins are getting ready to go. That's funny because I just covered Magic like this week, I think. I don't remember what I said about it. Oh yeah, she got back up from whatever bottom this is down here. Not bad. But it's still bearish. But it's nice to see some things bouncing and waking up a little bit. So Magic's bearish until it gets over 16. And then macro over 37. Got no money to buy the dips. Yeah, everyone's in the same boat. You're either already in or you're just broke. Or you lost all your money. Which I know you lost a lot of money on your meme coins. So I lost everything. Oh, what's up, Derek? Hey, buddy. Hate calling you undead. Buddy. What's up, bud? I keep my XRPMEMO in a cold wallet. Yeah, let's get out of here already. Yeah, but I'm in the same boat. I have no money to buy the dips and the coins that are on the bottom. But I don't care. Let the market go. The channel's dying here. Can we take a look at I Love Ass and AWR on Soul? Is that actually a coin? Did we look at that one before? Yeah, there's probably a name. I mean, there's probably everything. Everything's a coin now. You mean we love it? There's a we love. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm fixing to pull it up. And then what was the other one? AWR. AWR on Soul. All will retire. Alright, let me switch this over. What's up, Dave? Deck screener. Alright, taking a look at AWR. I guess maybe in these slow times, maybe I should make updates as we look at them and just upload everything we look at. I don't know. Not a bad looking chart. She's curled up. So let's see what she's holding. Looks like a 0.5 came into play. Yeah, you're holding over the 0.5. You're back over the 382. You just made a higher high. This thing looks curled up like it's about to take off. So as long as you're over 0017, you're bullish. Even more bullish over 4. And then where's this thing going to run off to? AWR to almost a 3 million market cap. Excuse me. Oh man. So for this one to hit a new high, it's a 10x, 11, 12x, up to 3.5. It's going to rocket out of here and hit 10 cents, and you'll get a 35, 36x. But it doesn't look horrible. I don't know where you bought in at, but it looks like it's about to start going. If not, if you fall back below 2.3, you'll probably come down here and put in a higher low at about 1.7, and then you'll start going up. And then this one, 1.4 million market cap, lock liquidity. Nice, got some holders. Yeah, this one's holding bullish too. Are these coins about to take off? Is Solana about to go? You're holding over the 382 at 0013. Nice little move up, little bull flag in play. So once you break over 22, that is the wrong one. And then break out over 4. Oh, we already have it on here. Yeah, this one's not a bad one. It's going to do an 80x here. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't see why this one would just rocket up here. Hit 10 cents and get you a 60x from today. So not two good coins on Solana that aren't completely dying. Make sure we're all live. Yeah, we're good. So what happened? I think Billy was coming back to life, wasn't it? All these coins we used to look at. Nope, it was a fake out. Ew, I can't believe this coin is so bearish still. It looks like it's just going to continue to go down. It's like, how low can it actually go? Damn, that's horrible. Oh, I guess it does have room to go down. Why, Billy, why? So, Billy... Yeah, those other two coins we looked at have good looking charts, and just some of these coins are just dying. Let's see, a Billy on the macro. It's taking out the 0.5. So there's a good chance this thing's just going to come crashing down to the 618. Damn. It's going to drop another 64% to 307. Poor Billy. Alright, back over to the chat. Oh, damn it. Does Jasmine look good or not? No, not really. Let's freaking go already. Do this, I mean. Make Disney videos. What are you talking about? Dead broke, homie. Yeah, I know the feeling. Oh, you just bought in. Oh, man. I know that feeling too. You're out of cash and you're down 70%. I lost all my money again and I'm broke. Yeah, everyone caught off guard. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know why we're not bullish yet. Jasmine's still stuck below macro resistance level. And she's already pulling back again. So until you get over 16 up to 18.5, there's nothing bullish on it. All this support is now your resistance to get over. But I do think the macro bottom is in on Jasmine, if that helps any. But everything's down here on the bottom. If it's not down here and it hasn't ran, it came back down to the macro bottoms like Jasmine here. But there's nothing bullish on it until you get back over this level here. And then the breakout, of course, over 5. If we ever get this thing moving. And then high to the low really quick. Yeah, so you're above the 236, so the 382 is right here. So you have to get over this little area here. So she is on support at the moment, but doing nothing. Yeah, is that what happened? The tariffs and that just screwed the market up. What's up, Aisha? Since Trump, everything is down. Yeah. Maneki took a dive. Yeah. That's what we keep saying here. If your coin's pumping, don't get too excited. Because they're going to get stuck at resistance and it's over. So if you're not taking profit and if you're holding, that was it. Yeah, she's back down below the 236 too. If I was still holding anything, I would get out when it pumps. And buy into some better coins. Yeah, you just tagged a 618, so we'll see what happens. If you stay over 16, you may have a shot, but that looks like the top on Maneki. You're down below the 236, so you could come down here on Maneki all the way to the 786 final support and drop 34%. Moon River looks like it's breaking, and XYO. What's up, McLaw? What's up, birds? How you doing? What's up, Steven? Which live platform is you're using? What do you mean? I'm using OBS Studio right now. That's all we're using. I usually use StreamYard, but it's $45 a month to keep that going. I had to pause my subscription for a while till I can get some money flowing in. Yeah, I think that's what we got to wait for, Feds to cut rates. Until then, we're not going up. We may slowly start going up, which we're seeing here. We're not doing anything. Everything's just kind of sitting. Even though things look bullish, like, was it Moon River? I know it Beam. Moon River. Oh, man. Yeah, everything looks exactly like this, but if you start zooming out, it doesn't look great. You just keep stair-stepping your way down these little bear flag patterns. So there's still a chance this one could go down. It did just put in a higher low, so we'll see how it plays out. But on the daily chart for Moon River, just some smaller prices to watch really quick. Yeah. The whole market's doing this same exact move where we're trying to put in a higher low, but we're getting stuck right at the 382. It's trying to peek its head above again, but it's getting stuck. But you got to get over the 382, stay over 522, and then break out over 595. And then we may get this move up. We were looking at Beam over the last couple of streams. Yeah, Beam is looking good down here. And it's all the way back at the bottom, so this should be it on Beam. Beam should go up from here. It's not a bad spot to be buying in. But I keep saying that. If I had the funds right now, I'd probably throw in a long position on Beam. You said XYO. XYO. Yeah, the bottom is in on XYO too. It just tagged a trend line. Higher highs and higher lows. Not a bad spot on Beam to be buying in. Stuck at the 382, just like ACH. So you have to get over a penny and then a penny and a half, and then you're bullish. But it's holding up well, not a bad spot. And a higher high on this one. Yeah, she may be getting ready to do about an 8x to test the previous high. Weekly stock RSI scrolling up from the bottom. Price is on the bottom. So all these macro charts look like, you know, the bottom is in and we got to start going up. Yeah, isn't there something on May 7th or something you guys said? Maybe they'll cut rates then. What's up, Eldor? Carrot to $3. I don't know. Probably not. Isn't carrot still going to 0? Oh, she's up 1%. Yeah, she's still going to 0. Damn, it came down and hit the 2. Held it for just a moment. Oh, and held it for 2 weeks, and then it broke. Now what are you on? This thing's got to bottom out first, but there's nothing screaming bottom by me. Except for, I guess, this here, but not looking great. So very short term on carrot. Has to get over 63, break out over 68. If she keeps going down, 25% drop, but carrot to $3, you say. Where are we at? Oh, let me switch this music, it's getting annoying. Alright, that's a little better, I guess. Alright, so if this is the bottom on carrot, clearly there's going to be the bull run over this area here at about 65. It depends on how low it goes. I mean, it's a 53.5x to $3 now. So I have no idea, to be honest. If it ever stops going down, maybe you'll get $1 carrot. Towel. You're a degen. You chucked a week's wages at those two. Man, I can't wait to get in that position to where I can put some funds in, get paid, and then have some money left over to buy into the market. Oh, we're looking at Deck Screener, and this is Trading View. We use Trading View and Deck Screener. What's up, Phil Nye, the crypto guy? Avalanche, Tau, and Avalanche. Yeah, I believe we looked at Tau last night. What is Tau doing? It's doing nothing. Oh, excuse me. Tau double topped and then came back down. It's just trading in a channel right now. We're on the monthly, but yeah, and you're holding the 0.5 at 159. Just put in a slightly higher low again. You know, depending on where you want to draw this at, it's really not making sense, but you're above the 236 on the macro at 238, and once you get over 300, you're bullish. Breakout would be over 430. Yeah, Tau's just in this very large channel going sideways. So if you can ever get up here and break over 784, around that level, then you'll have a shot at going up. Man, I'm low energy today. I don't even want to be doing this. If Tau can hit 2000, that would be your 7.5x. If you think 3700, be a 13.5x, and then 5000 would be 20x. But first high would be $1,200. 1200 would be 4.5x on Tau. But it looks like the bottom was put in again. Oh man. AVAX. But it doesn't look bad just going completely sideways on the macro there, holding over the macro 0.5. Avalanche. I don't know, is Avalanche on my chart, on my list? I don't remember. So that's the ultimate chart. Stuck below the 382, so we'll just keep it simple on Avalanche. Go from the 2021 high to the low. Yeah, you're over the 236 here. Just made a lower low. A lot of these coins are doing this though. Lower high and lower low, and now we're just sitting here. So low to the high. Where'd my RSI go? Ooh. Yeah, you're sitting right on the 618 support at 1870. So bullish over 25 up to 30. Once you get over 30, then you could be excited. And then once you break over 50, that's when this thing's in a bull run, when you're over 50 bucks on Avalanche. Avalanche to the moon. Where's Avalanche going? 4x up to 80. Yeah, is Avalanche going to hit $300? Give you a 15x for an older coin? Maybe. If it doesn't continue to break down from here. Got Eldor for 2. I appreciate that. Parsec. I appreciate that. Especially with nothing happening. Oh, we got 30 people in here now. Half and half, 33 votes. You guys are broke. Parsec. I don't know if we've ever looked at Parsec, have we? Oh yeah, PRQ. PRQ. Yeah, Parsec doesn't look bad. She's doing like some of these older coins. They're making higher highs and higher lows. You're holding the trend line here. You're bouncing off of it, so it looks like that should be the bottom on this one. I mean, we are looking at monthly candles. Yeah, you hit the 786, so the bottom is in on Parsec. Needs to get over 16 up to 20, and then you're bullish. Bull run over 54. But just the fact that we're looking at monthly candles here, it depends on how slow we grind up here. So if we grind up for the next 3 months, pull back just a little bit, and then to the moon we should go. So that's why I keep saying I'm gonna miss the market, because I think this is it. Especially looking on the macro charts, these are the bottoms of the coins now. Because there's not enough time to come up here, put in a higher high, and then come all the way back down here, and then go up, unless we're gonna bleed into 2026 for a bull run, alt season. I don't think there's enough time left. The fact that we're not moving and time is going by, something like this here, that's it. Bottom is in. Unless it dies, the bottom is in. 786 retracement on this one up to $1 would be your 13.5x. If it makes a slightly higher high, maybe we hit $3 to $4. We'll say $4. That would get you your 50x. And then if you think it's going to rocket up here to $8, that's a 100x. And if the coins are still the same, this is old, so I wouldn't even pay attention to it. But yeah, Parsik's a good one. Can we check DXY? Wallet coin. There's a wallet coin. What's the ticker? There's so many coins now, it's ridiculous. I don't know which one it is. This one? Wallet? Yeah, just let me know if this is it. Is it Wallet Connect or Wallet Coin? Is that sitting at a penny? Yeah, let me know about if that's the coin. The DXY. Dominance is still just stuck at the top here. Man, Ethereum's just going to zero. The DXY is falling off the table right now, my man. Wow. It was holding up. Can I even draw a fib on the DXY? Is it going to make any sense? DXY, we're going to try it. Yeah, she was holding the 0.5 for a long time and it just broke. So is this bullish or not? It looks like you're coming down to the 618 at 98 and then 94. S&P looks bullish. Yeah, we should start to move up soon. I'm not saying to the moon, but the move up to start. Because the bottom is in on pretty much everything, it looks like. Crypto won't go anywhere till gold corrects. Okay, Wallet Connect. Okay, I gotcha. Sold Baby Deer for a 5x to buy Edwin about 2 weeks ago. Nice, you got a 5x. DXY go down, gold goes up. It's very bullish. So it's bullish for gold, but not for the crypto market, huh? What's up, Hood Rich? Wallet Connect. Wallet Connect. I guess we'll look at the MEXC chart. Oh, here we go. Wallet Connect token. Oh, this thing just came out. I guess we gotta go to the 4 hour. Yeah, she looks bullish. Little cup and handle forming. So we'll just draw on it what we can see. Going from the low. Hold on, my phone just went off. Give me a minute. All right, so didn't quite hit the 786, but it's not the best looking chart. You're over the 618, so we'll just move that. So we have 45 to be bullish, and then we go high to the low. Yeah, you're getting stuck right at your first resistance level. So bearish until you get over 38, and bearish until you get over 42. If you can get over 42, you're bullish. Breakout is over 48. So maybe you'll get up here, form your little handle, and then take off. But until you get over 42, it's not bullish yet. And then this thing to hit a higher high, 72, would be a 2x, a 90% move up to 72. So if this thing's going to hit $1, it's already at 38 cents, so probably. All right, so this one, I guess, to the top of the fib, $4 would be your 10x. But I don't know what it is, so. Getting bored with XCN, but I know as soon as I pull my money, yeah. A week after I pulled my little speck of money out, it went. I could have got my money back, but I had to pay bills, so I pulled it out and she left. All I gotta do is buy in and she'll die. What's up, Angie? Hit the like button, everyone. She says, yeah, and answer the poll. Maybe it'll help the algorithm. I mean, XCN's still holding up, but it's just the market's not doing anything. That's why there's no one here. There's no excitement. You're either out or you're losing money, or your money's just doing nothing. Why is this not moving? Oh no, we froze the stream. There we go. Yeah, I mean, she's hugging the top here, but she's still not breaking out. I mean, it looks making higher. It's holding this bottom trend here. It did the same thing back here though, and then it just died out of nowhere. But yeah, we need something to run. You said you bought Edwin 2 weeks ago? Edwin. Oh, excuse me. Come on, where you at, button? Treb, someone keeps saying Treb. Yeah, Treb's still down at the bottom. Doing nothing at all. Where's our Edwin chart? So I guess you got it going. You got the... Damn, that was it? Come on, Edwin. I got stuck. Well, I guess if you bought 2 weeks ago, then you're up a little bit at least. Why'd this thing stop in its tracks after it broke out of this very bullish pattern here? Damn, got stuck right at a penny, and that was it. If it stays over this and stays bullish, as long as you're over 8.3, I guess, a possible 73% move up to 2. So it may end up doing that, exactly what it's doing here. Got stuck. If it doesn't move up, it's going to come down, and then it'll back test, and then it'll go. But I would imagine you're going to hold Edwin until you at least get a 5x out of it. So 6 pennies, 6.5 pennies would be your target. And then Edwin to 50 cents from a penny. Just over 50 cents would be a 50x. XCN's not doing anything. It will go. Yeah, we're gonna go eventually. It's just the market's just completely dead right now. If something does pump, it gets stuck immediately at the first resistance level. XCN will move at some point. But we have a whole bunch of coins that we're bullish on here. ACH, ZBCN. ACH is trying to wake up. But the overall ACH macro chart is very bullish here. Same pattern that Edwin coin is doing, and Edwin just broke out. So we'll see. I think once ACH breaks over the 618 at 5.5, it's gone. Just gonna 20x out of here. We look at these coins every day multiple times. It's getting old already. I guess it wouldn't be so bad if I was in on them. But yeah, we went over ZBCN earlier. It looks like it's about to take off. Stock RSI is above 50. She's sitting on the 236. It's reminding me of XCN. XCN did that. It held over the 236 for a couple of candles, and then it just blasted out of here. And then I bought the top, of course. But there's so many coins that we cover on this channel here, and there's a lot on macro bottoms and macro curled up if they're getting ready to go at some point. Not saying it's going to be soon, but I think the bottoms are being put in. I can already see ZBC in here with a God candle just spawning in. A couple of them. And it's just going. Arkham has 1 billion max supply and circulation is 1 billion. That's good. ARKM for the win. What was the other? Oh yeah, AVT is another good one too. Aventus. Yeah, she's trying to break the downtrend right now. This thing came all the way back down to the bottom. So unless this is going to be a dead coin, but what you just said is bullish, so if you ever wanted to buy the bottom of a coin, it's probably going to rock it up. Once you get over 50, the breakout is in play. Right at the 786 getting stuck at the moment. Well, I guess you're poking your head up a little bit here. But we're seeing a lot of coins do that. Downtrends are being broken all over the place, and they're just kind of sitting here, and it's time to go up. Arkham, new high, 750, maybe $8 is tagged. So 16x, and if you can hit 10, 1050, that's where you get a 20x. But if that's their supply and they got all the coins out, that's very bullish. Yeah, not a bad spot to be buying and adding on Arkham here. There's so many good opportunities right now. So many great opportunities. Wow, we're already an hour in. How is that even possible? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go down the list as I've been doing and just go through the whole list and make an update on every coin, just to get some more subscribers and get some more views, more eyes on the channel. I always forget about Cosmos. Is Cosmos ever gonna go back up? Yeah, there's nothing really bullish on Cosmos. Lower lows and lower highs. You're down below the 618, getting stuck. So it depends on the market, I guess, but this one doesn't look bullish at all. I don't even think I have Cosmos on my list. Because you're down below the 618, you could still drop back down to the final level, 786 at 240, and drop 42%. Oh man. Yeah. Short term bearish until you get over 527, $5. I wouldn't buy Cosmos. Maybe it would be a good rollover play if it hasn't moved and you're running out of things to buy in on and it's still just down doing nothing. Maybe take a shot at it for a move up. What's up, Silver? Welcome back. Cosmos is dead. Yeah, I don't think I would touch Cosmos. Is ACH above the 20-week moving average? CRV. On what time frame? The daily? Oh, ACH. Oh, I forgot about ACS. Yeah, it's above the 20, I mean, the 2. Yeah, on the daily you're above the 100, you're above them all on the chart here. And they're starting to curl up. Right in here somewhere. So once they curl up, that's when the price spikes up. Unlike ACS here, which is not looking great. CRV, curve down. There's so many coins, and some of these old coins, I don't know if they're gonna run. Yeah, I don't want to update it. I don't know what that means. Is this the whole chart for curve? Came out in 2020 and it's just been going down and sideways. Recently though, it's doing what the rest of the market's doing. It's starting to make higher highs and higher lows, starting to curl up here. You're down below the 236, so until you get over 70 up to 160, you're not bullish. And low to the high. Yeah, you held the 618 and bounced, and you're getting stuck right at the 382. So right now, to be bullish this short term, you got to get over about 62, and that'll probably push you up through 70 finally, and then get your way onto 160 to be macro bullish. But yeah, curve looks kind of like, I mean, it's not as worse as Cosmos, but I don't know if I'd buy this coin. Like I said, if it hasn't ran and if it's on Coinbase and it's still down here chopping around and you need a rollover play, it'll move to some degree. So a 618 retracement where it got stuck last time would be your 10x up to 6. And then a 786 retracement would give you a 25x up to about 16 bucks. What? Randy, is mankind dead? What does that mean? What do you think of meme coins? They're gambles. Unless they're the larger ones that are on Coinbase already. Then they'll go to the moon. Otherwise, if it's just a deck screener coin on Phantom or wherever, it's just a gamble play in my opinion. Best opportunity in my opinion? What are you talking about? Yeah, access protocol doesn't look good. There's opportunities all over the place right now. So many good coins to buy in on. Beam, ACH, Ethereum Classic, anything that's at the bottom that we've covered. Yeah, ACH had that initial move up to the 3.2 and it just got stuck instantly. And since then it came down, it's just been making lower lows, did it again. So nothing bullish on this coin anymore. I don't know why this has moved. But yeah, we were bullish on this one, GST, and once they break down, it's no longer on our radar anymore. How's Cardano looking? It's just macro curled up, it looks like. It looks like you're in here, holding up over the 382. So up only now. There's your hopium. We had that initial pump and then a little pullback, and then now it's time to go straight up. Yeah, Cardano doesn't look bad here. It's up 247 when the bull run begins. I have no idea. Only thing I can see right now is the coins are bottoming out. I think it's the final bottoms being put in. Toad is up 213%. Oh, Maneki topped out already. Turbo and Maneki. Yeah, the fact that alt season's not here and Maneki, you know, whatever spikes up. I mean, if you're gonna take profit because it's not moon time yet. It's like Maneki, and what was the other coin that ran? Oh yeah, Magic's up 70-something%, I think. Yeah, she ran up to the 0.5 and got stuck, and that was all she wrote. And you can clearly see the support and the support all in here, and then it died. So you hit that macro level, and that was all she wrote. You can see it coming a mile away. But you are over the low to the high 618, still holding, but you're not bullish at the moment. So if Maneki can get bought back up over 19 and then bullish back over 25, then macro bullish over 3.2. But that looks like the top was in, especially at that heavy resistance. I mean, the stock RSI on the weekly is still curled up here. Turbo. So it looks like the big breakout on Maneki is going to be when you can finally get over the 0.5 here. Confirmation over 74, but once you get over 4.9 or 5. But it's very boring times we're in right now. Unless you're a degenerate buying meme coins, I guess, and making money. Maneki's possibly going to 40x up to 7 cents. Turbo. Yeah, Turbo, the bottom was put in on Turbo also. And she's back over the 3.2, smaller time frame. What is she getting stuck at? No, she's trying to get over the 618 right now, so high to the low. If you can get back over 2.0, then that's your breakout point. That will confirm that this move down is over. But you have to stay over that, even if you get stuck at 2.3. But you're back over the macro 382. Zoom out. So once we get through this box up here, then you should be bullish and good to go. So once you finally get over 4.1, but the reason I say the bottom is in, we go over this every time. The candles got stuck, and then we blew through. Came back down to that macro area, back tested like the rest of the market. So it looks like it's time to go up. But you know, we're not out of the woods yet. You have to get over these key levels here, or, you know, we could go right back down. But if we start breaking down and we have Turbo break down below 1.3 and it's just going down, then the whole market's probably doing the same thing, and then we got a big problem. Because pretty much a lot of coins did that. If they ran already, like Turbo here, they came back down to that macro resistance area. So Turbo, first big target's going to be 3 pennies, I think, 16.5x, and then if we're lucky, 14 to 15 cent Turbo would be a 70x from today. But if she holds up here and starts grinding up, once you have a giant candle spawn in, we're going to spawn us all the way up to 40 and 200x. If we hold up, I guess that's possible. Turbo for the 200x again. Giga Chad. Why are people buying junk? Giga. Oh, it's already 3 o'clock. Jeez. So you guys going to church tomorrow for Easter? Well, I guess it depends on where you live. Yeah, Giga came all the way back down to the bottom. A lot of these meme coins did. Really can't go any lower. And they're all doing the same thing down here. So, I mean, it just depends. You're over the 236. Whew, excuse me. But clearly you got to get over 2 pennies to be bullish again. Break out over 3.5. But it's not in a bad setup right now. If we're going to get a leg up soon. Oh, that's the same one I have drawn. What the hell are you doing, dude? Yeah, you're getting squeezed right now. You're holding the 236, but she doesn't want to be bullish over low to the high, short-term bullish over 1.6. This candle's getting stuck here. So as long as you're holding up here and you're making higher lows, it doesn't look horrible. I mean, it's a meme coin. At any moment, you could get this run up to where it just blasts out of here. Yeah, so if this thing blasts up and comes up and you're getting excited, your heavy resistance area is going to be probably the 618. So if she blasts up 130%, 140%, then you may spike above it a little bit, but be ready. Just like Maneki did. But it's not a horrible spot to be buying in on Giga Chad. Unless this, on the larger weekly time frame, if we are actually going to die from here, you can clearly see strong move down, bear flag, and then we're all going to zero. Can you imagine if that was the case and everything just broke down? Turbo's looking good. What's up, JB? I'm going. Where are you going? Oh, come on, computer. Oh, maybe that's why no one's here. Vision is still streaming. I didn't know he was still streaming. But it's the same thing. I watch his streams, you know, a couple times a week. And it's just the same thing over and over again. Just like we do here, going over the same stuff. It's getting kind of old. A little bit tiring. And I don't know where my chat went. Y'all disappeared on me. I think I got it back. Alright, there we go. What's up, Ben? Fourth, please. Yeah, I added fourth to my Coinbase list. What is she doing? Oh man. Yeah, she hasn't moved, but this is what I like to see. It's going completely sideways. It's still holding our trend. So unless it pulls a GST and starts breaking down, we're still bullish on it. It's still on the list. But yeah, fourth is another one that's gonna hopefully hold up and stay alive for us so we can roll into it. But macro chop, you got to get over all the way up to $7 over the 382 to be macro bullish, and then break out over 16 up to 28. I don't know, is fourth actually going to run? 153 would be 48x. There's no way I'm going to hold fourth that high. If it did a 9x up to $29, I'd get out. Wait, let me switch that. Alright, let's see here. So a 618 retracement up to 16 would be a 6.5x, and then the 786 would be your 11, 12x. Let's all pile into Edwin. Oh, if I had the money. Yeah, I miss having a little bit of money to where we could buy into those coins that we used to buy into. for LCX this cycle. What's up, Manny? Yeah, fourth is not a bad pick. Degen's in the same boat as some of these coins that already ran and they came all the way back down. It's either time to go up or time to go to zero. You didn't quite tag it, but you already hit the 786 area. You got a nice monthly wick there, but you're still stair-stepping, bear flagging your way down. So I don't really see Degen breaking down from here. That has to be it. But we still have the warning out that you're not moving. You're getting stuck at the you're stuck in a bear flag at the moment. So the bears are in control until we see otherwise. Yeah, you gotta get over the 618, 236 up to 37.57 to be bullish again. And then very, very short term for maybe a short term breakout 2.8. Really got to get over 2.8 or this bear flag is going to come into play again and we're going to drop back down. But hopefully it doesn't break the 786. I mean, it dropped down from here. You know, it is a pretty big move. A 30% drop back down to the 786. So maybe we're going to get that tag and we're going to get a wick below. So yeah, you could drop 40% if it doesn't start moving up here on Degen. Tired of the bear flags all over the place. LCX. Oh man, where's our chart? Yep, holding in our green macro support box. So holding the trend, holding the box on the macro. So that should be the bottom. It just needs to break the downtrend. So LCX, it's time for this one to go up too. Because there's not enough time for this thing to break down and just come crashing down here. Then it's not going to go anywhere. But on the macro monthly chart here, it doesn't look horrible at all. There's just no momentum right now. And as for how high it's going to go, I have no idea. But you do have 160 up to $2. I think it's very possible. That'd be a 16x, and then 250 would be a 20x. I think those are very possible targets. Is it going to hit $5? I have no idea. I guess if we're getting to the bull run mode and we're up here making a higher high, she'll just blast off to $5. And that's where you get pretty much a 40x. But the first stop is going to be this $160 to $2 range. Excuse me. Oh man, was I muted? Someone answer me real quick. Was I muted? Did y'all hear me talk about Degen? God dang it. My computer's going haywire. Oh yeah, we could switch the music. What's up, Cryptic Jared? Waiting for ZBCN to make a move. Yeah, we're all waiting for something to happen. But she doesn't look bad. She's over sitting on the 236 and the stock RSI is curled up over 50, I think. Yeah, 2 daily candles holding. Yeah, looking at the daily candles is even more bullish. Just a baby little move up, and now you're forming this triangle pattern here. You're sitting pretty over the 9 level. So ZBCN, we said this earlier, this thing could take off at any moment if it wanted to. It looks really good here. You're right at the 3-2 high to the low. So if it can stay over the 1-1 area, 1011. But it looks like it's about to do something. It looks like it's about to go up. Last chance to get in on ZBCN. Okay, I appreciate that, Manny. Yeah, we looked at Jasmine. There's nothing bullish on Jasmine until it gets over the macro resistance area. Jasmine. What are we on? Come on. She had a spike up, but she's stuck at this heavy resistance. Former support, now resistance at 16. So 16 up to 18.6. If we can get through this and hold, then you're in a good spot. Other than that, you're simply getting stuck at that area. And you can clearly see even all the way back here, that same area with support, support, support. Now we're under it, so that's your big area to get over right now to come back to life for Jasmine. Jasmine to the moon at some point. What's the best ROI coin? It depends. It made me think of Velo. Not Velodrome, but Velo Protocol. This monthly macro chart's just curling up. Still holding. You're bullish over the 3-2. Once you get over 18, you're even more bullish. This thing looks like it's about to come from the bottom here. You can see every time it makes a new high, and the new high would take you up for 4x up to 4.5, and then a 618 retracement is very possible. 9.5x up to 11, 39x up to about 45. I don't know why I'm laughing. And then this one, if you think this one's just going to rock it out of here, a slightly lower high would give you 165, 66x. And then all the way up here to the 1272 is at 1800x. So can you see this thing holding up, grinding up here, putting in a higher high, another higher low, and then just blasting to the moon? Not saying it's going to do that, but it's probably not going to do that, but it's good to hope. It's good to be bullish like that, I guess. But I would put in a small position on Velo here just to see if it happens. We got Jarrett for 5. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I appreciate that, my man. I appreciate it. It helps keep the channel a little bit alive here. It's been dead so long lately. It's awesome that you guys are still sending super chats. I appreciate it. Yeah, XEN needs to get off its butt and start moving already. It's not doing anything. And usually when it doesn't do anything, it just comes down. People just start selling it because they're bored. They get bored with it. Still holding up in our bull flag, still holding this 236 at about 18.5. You're just below it again, but I mean, it looks like it right here. 4-hour time frame, you're holding this little trend to the upside. Just need to get a breakout over this level here. And then once you get over 2, back over 2, then if it's not just a wick, then we should be breaking out. Just hopefully it doesn't do another large channel where it just comes all the way down and just melts away. But as long as you're over, even though we're in a bull flag and we want the breakout, as long as you're over 1.5, this green box, you're alive. But it's just not doing anything. Toshi, yeah, Toshi's one of the coins that broke the downtrend. Is she still holding? Yeah, Toshi doesn't look bad here. Oh man, yeah, what did Caspa do? Because I did an update on Caspa. Yeah, these coins look like they're getting ready to go. ZBCN, Caspa. I don't want to draw it because I don't want to jinx it, but you guys can clearly see the price getting squeezed here in a little triangle pattern. So she looks like she's about to spike up. So yeah, you may get a 50% move up very soon on Toshi, up to 5. But we know that these things do this and they spike up, they get stuck, a little wick over, and then it's back down and sideways again. But it is looking bullish where it is, as long as you're over 3.3. It looks like she's about to make a move up. But maybe it's about to do this. Everyone's going to get bullish on Toshi again because she's about to run for a new high. Oh, come on. A new high would take you up to the 1618 from here if it's going to blast out of here again. So it could do a 10-11x out of here at the 003. What, it did it in 2 weeks last time from the bottom. And then we just broke the downtrend. It's looking bullish in that little pattern. Everyone pile into Toshi. Yeah, she does look ready to go. What's up, C? Volex? Yeah, we looked at Volex earlier. Oh, come on. I think we did. Voxel, not Volex. That's what threw me off. Voxel. Alright, switching the music. Next one up. No, that's the bear music. Yeah, she had a nice spike up, but she's not bullish yet because you're... I mean, looking at that, you would have to say that's the bottom because that's a large wick down. But you got to get on the macro if that is the bottom over 8 and then 18.5, 19 cents, and then you could be bullish. And the breakout over 75. But short term on this thing, off the candle that spawned in here, little U-shaped recovery in action. We'll just go from this little high. Yeah, you're right above the 3.2 at the moment. So you have to stay above 5.6. If you can stay above 5.6, yeah, you got some 4-hour candle closes above and holding. So if you can get this daily candle that has 3 hours left to stay over 5.6, then you'll probably push up to try to get through the first big resistance, the 236, of course. But you have to stay over that 3.2. But like I said, zooming out on the monthly, it looks like the bottom is in. But if that is the bottom, a 618 retracement on this thing is going to take you up to 75. That'd be a 12x, and then $2 would take you to the 786 retracement and be a 33x. Yeah, but if you caught the bottom on this thing, damn. If you actually caught down near the bottom, you're going to get over in, what, 85x up to the 786 $2. If it's going to be alive, and if people want to buy this coin. I rarely see it mentioned anywhere. What's up, Woody? You put a 10x on H bar and XCM this morning? Man, I hope it works out for you. XCM doesn't look bad, but it's not moving. Yeah, I just covered H bar, but I don't remember what I said about it. I do not remember. Ooh. H bar. Oh, this chair's killing me. Let's see if there's a better chart in a minute. Yeah, depends on what time frame you're looking at, but she's still in the downtrend. Yeah, you hit the 382 on the 4-hour time frame. Not a bad look. Bounced right off of the 382. Now you're sitting right on the 236, so she may be getting ready to break out here. What am I looking for? That's what I'm looking for. High to the low. All right, you're above this 236 also. But yeah, I hope it works out for you. We're seeing that a lot though lately. A lot of these coins are starting to break these downtrends they've been in. So high to the low. Once you get over 19.5, you're good. You're bullish again. Yeah, if she breaks out soon, she's probably going to spike up 20-21%. Ergo buy. I don't remember what Ergo's doing. I know it just ran. I don't know what that noise was. I don't know. That's that candle with the large wick on the bottom and the top. Yeah, you just tagged a 382, so it's still technically bullish right now over 25. 786, 382, you're still bullish. But there's no telling what it's going to do. I guess we can go very short term. Yeah, on the 4-hour, these things look like they're ready to take off, just like we looked at the other coin just now. Oh, come on. It looks like everything's curling up on the 4-hour, about to spike up. Move. Yeah, so if you can get over 36, then possible breakout to the upside on Ergo. Oh, come on. What's up, Metal Detecting? How you doing, my man? Yeah, they're all following Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin can get off its butt and do something, all we're asking for is a little spike up. That's all we need. So we're right at the 786 at 85.5 and then 86. But it's right here. All right, how long we been on here? H bar is the most bullish project, yet nothing happens. It will. Something will happen soon, somewhere. But yeah, Cardano looks good. There's so many coins that look good. Ethereum looks like it's still going to zero. What the hell? Why is Ethereum so bearish? Is Ethereum dead? I don't know. You would have to imagine this is the bottom for Ethereum. I mean, how much lower can it actually go? We're sitting on the 618, so I guess we could go lower. Can you imagine if Ben Cohen's right? Or he mentioned it at one point. $1,200 Ethereum. Another 23% drop. And then that's finally the bottom. Another month of pain. What's up, Timmy? I'm just so tired of this already. It's ridiculous. You say XDC. XDC. Yeah, it didn't look horrible. Just as the question is the top end. Yeah, didn't we look at this last night? Yeah, you're just below the 382, so technically you got to get over 7.3 to be bullish. You're holding over the 0.5. But the one thing you kind of see is the support, turn resistance, all these wicks above. There's wicks all over this thing. And then the resistance, of course, and then we're back at that area. So you are sitting on the macro support and resistance area. So if that's not the bottom, you're going to fall off the table. If you fall lower than 6, then she's going to absolutely fall off the table. So, I mean, if you're bullish on this coin, it needs to get over that 382. Yeah, you would drop 32%, but it's not a bad spot because of the macro support and resistance you're sitting on. Another coin that's screaming, I need to go up now. I'm here where I need to be. Let me go up. A new high on this one would take you up to a 5x, and then 50 cents would take you up to 6.5, almost a 7x. And then 1618 retracement up to 80. That would be your 10x, and if it's going to hit $1, it'd be pretty much a 13.5x. But it just put in a higher high, it held the higher low. It doesn't look horrible in the macro chart here. Man, I have no energy at all. Can you roll your BTC chart and see if the same bull market as 2021 double top? Double top. Talking about this chart. Yeah, are we gonna double top again? Is that what you're saying? We're about to spike up, make another little slightly higher high at 127K, and then it's over. Oh man. But I mean, it's bullish. I mean, we held over that level after the halving, made the new high. We held. Yeah, we're almost in that same territory. We only got this much room left. Not a lot of room left. And then it should be over. But yeah, we actually gonna get a little double top action going on. Let me see, I don't think I've ever done this. Maybe we have done this before. High to the low from the double top high in 2021. We smacked right into the 2272 here. So we're gonna do this, tag 122, and then it's all over. How many people we got in here? 33. All right, I'm gonna go find some kind of caffeinated drink. I will be right back. Let me switch the music and then I'll be right back. All right, yeah, be right back. All right, we're back. Oh yeah, nice cold ice drink. That's what it's all about. Uh, if the stock market drops dead, Ethereum will be even 900. Man, let's hope not. We did XDC, I believe, H bar to $3. Alright, we only lost a couple people. Everyone please hit the like button. And let's see the poll. 71 votes. Hold on. Alright. Investors all around the world don't want our stocks or bonds no more. I believe all money will flow into cryptos. Cryptocurrency will be the next generation stock market. I hope so. That would be nice. What's up, Crypto Homes? How you doing? What do we have on the chart right now? Oh yeah, Bitcoin. So is that what you're talking about, my man? It kind of looks the same. Unless we're just gonna blast out of here and hit 164. That would be nice, just straight up from here. But I think that's what people are looking for. They're looking for this move down first, 67, and then we bounce up. Make a slightly higher high, and then it's over. Hopefully not. I'm still expecting the top to be in November. Moonwell. But I think the stock market's already crashed. It's already done. We already had the move down. So this is one of the reasons. I don't know if you guys were here yesterday. Some of you guys were. Most of you guys were. But this has me bullish. And then the thing that Plan B shared or made, we just printed our first orange dot. Every time we do that, we go up. Moonwell. Yeah, Well's a good one. Well's been holding up very nicely. Well's at the bottom. If there were ever a time to buy Well, it would be now. You're holding over the 382, you're holding the trend, you're holding the higher highs and higher lows across the board. And Well here, if Well's gonna come all the way up here, I don't see why not. It's grinding up, it looks good. A new high on Well would be the 1272 at about $1.30 and 59 to 60x. Unless you obviously break the trend and break down below 18 here. But it looks good. The monthly stock RSI is finally going down below 20, so there's no momentum right now, but maybe it'll come down here and just spike up. But the whole market's pretty much doing this same move, putting in a slightly higher low. It looks like a little continuation pattern on Moonwell as well. So yeah, it looks like Well's about to start spiking up. And bullish short term once you get over the 0.5 at 3.1, 3 pennies. Yeah, Well looks good. Well looks like it's about to go up. Dang, hold on. There's something going on with my beard. Reserve rights, blast, amp, and zeal. Is that what you're holding? Global supply is showing fantastic things are coming for May and June. That would be nice if we just start going up. If BTC just couples from NASDAQ, we will see God candles easy. Yeah, I think the market already priced in the tariffs. I think that's behind us now, and that's my opinion though. Just from what we're seeing on all these charts, it's time to go up, but I don't know if it's, I don't think it's going to decouple though. I don't think that's possible. Is that possible? But we need Ethereum to go up. I don't think we can have a bull market unless Ethereum goes up, and Ethereum is dying. Maybe we go up this time without Ethereum. Wouldn't that be something? A decouple, and then Ethereum doesn't ever go back up. RSR. I just want the market to go up. I'm ready for it already. I need this channel to get its butt off the ground again. It's been so bearish. RSR to the moon. Yeah, it looks like everything else. Yeah, we about to go. A lot of things look like this here. We're making higher lows and we're getting stuck. That's a bullish ascending triangle pattern that's forming on a lot of things. It looks like we're about to get a spike to the upside. Everyone strap in, get ready. We're about to start going. Yeah, RSR just tagged the trend to 236. You're over this low to the high 236, so double 38283 up to 88, and then we're bullish. But she's holding up well here. And the macro curl up, of course. Yeah, these coins look like they're ready to go. They're getting ready for the bull market. And then hopefully we get a first leg up here. So a new high on RSR. After putting in the higher low, would potentially take you up to the 786 at 4.5 and do a 6.5x. And then if RSR is going to blast to the moon, 37, maybe 40 cents would be a 55 to about a 60x. 65x almost. If it just hits 20 cents, let's see, what was it, 11? Slightly higher high would be a 22x. To about 15 cents. But RSR is not in a bad spot. Blast, that's on Coinbase, I believe. Eesh. Put in a lower low on blast. So blast, of course, is one of those coins that's going to zero, so it has to get over some certain levels to have any kind of life here, or it's doing the same thing every time. Little rising wedge bear flag that keeps forming and then it just dies. So keep it simple on blast. If it's going to come back to life, macro 236 is at 004. All right, right now you're over the 382. Did it do the same thing last time? Not quite. But clearly you have to get over 4.2 here, break the lower highs, and then you can start moving up. And not macro bullish until you get over 6.2. But right now you're over the 3.2 at 2.9, so you're technically short-term bullish here, but you got to get over 3. Got to get over the 6.18. 3 up to 3.3. Otherwise, when you start zooming out, it doesn't look bullish at all. But if that is somehow the bottom and you grind your way back to life, back to being undead, then possible new high on this one at the 6 pennies would be pretty much a 20x. What's up, T13? Is AI tech bullish trend yet? ZBEC, XPR, and a whole bunch of others. Sounds like you're loaded up and ready. What's up, Eagles Kite Club? How you doing? What's up, No Sleep? For 2 Aku Labs, I appreciate the 2. It helps keep the dream alive here on the channel. I appreciate that a lot. I'm just gonna have to stay on the streams every day until I make what I need to make, get all the views I can get, and just let the super chats slowly come in, even if we have to stream for 7 hours. Trying to keep this thing alive here. I appreciate that too. Aku Labs. Aoki Labs, however you say it. Excuse me. Oh, well, we've looked at this one before. Good deal. Doesn't look too bad. It looks like Beam and some of these other coins. It pretty much came back down to the bottom. Really can't go any lower. Tagged a penny. Excuse me. High to the low. You're getting stuck at the 3.2. Yeah, when you get a weekly candle over 2 pennies, then you're bullish. But you got to get a weekly close over. You already had 3-day, but it didn't hold. So once it gets a weekly close over, it does have the very nice looking, beautiful chart here. Double bottom of the higher low. And low to the high, pretty much the 618 held. You're back above the 382 short term. So as long as you're over 17, you're bullish. More bullish over 19. And then once you get over 2, and then especially once you break this high. Once you break this high area, you should be good to go. But it just looks like that's what's about to take place. Is a nice spike to the upside. Looks like she's about to take off. A new high on this one would be a 5x up to 9.5. And then if it goes higher than that, what are we at? A penny and a half. Yeah, I don't know what this one's going to do, but 18x up to 34, and then if you can hit 50 cents, that's where you're getting close to a 30x. But it wouldn't be out of the question for a coin like this, depending on what it is, where you can buy it at, if people are going to buy it, if it has a strong community, and depending on what it does and what it is, of course. From a penny to a dollar is not unthinkable. That would be a 53.5x from here on a very bullish looking bottom being put in. Doesn't look bad. Not at all. So many things are screaming that we're about to go up. We got JB, welcome to the horde. I appreciate that. Why is there two of them? I appreciate the membership. Can we look at engine? Yeah, what did T13 say a minute ago? What'd you say? Are you still here? You tend to ask questions and you disappear for an hour. Is AI tech on a bullish trend yet? AI tech on a bullish trend, he says. I don't know, some of these coins I've lost hope in. If I ever get back into the market, even if it's $100 right now, just to get my foot back in the door, I gotta buy something that's on the bottom. And there's a good chance it's gonna be ACH or ZBCN. I would probably throw money at ZBCN on a long position right now if I had like $100 to throw at it. Do like a 5-10x long and just get, try to get a little bit of money. No, AI tech is still dying. There's no bullish trend unless you, I guess, go down to the 4-hour hourly time frame. Let's see what she's doing. I guess very short term. You just made a higher high. You're starting to curl up here. So short term, yes. Overall, no. You're still stuck in a massive downtrend. But if she continue to grind up here, she's getting stuck right at the 618, but you did have a decent little move up and you are starting to consolidate. That is on the hourly time frame, so it can change in a heartbeat, but we're seeing a lot of this right now on the smaller time frames. We've got this little triangle pattern that's starting to form. So if you can spike out of here and get over 21 and then over 22 and break this high, then you should be in good shape. But if you cannot get over that, the lowest you can go is the 382 at 2 and put in a higher low, and then that's the start of the higher highs and higher low formation, which is already starting to do here. So it could be it. But if it cannot get over that and it falls below 2, the most it can drop is 5%. And then that should be the bottom, or else it's going down more. But we'll see how it plays out on AI tech. But maybe it is. I mean, it came back down just like all these coins did, right into the thick of it, the volume area here. It really can't go any lower. If it goes lower than that, then it's over. It's never going back up. So same thing with DGen. It looks like the bottom should be in, but you have to get over those key levels there. And then ultimately 236 at 4 and then 65. So you could come all the way back up here, this area up here that was all support, and you would get stuck at that heavy resistance on AI tech and come right back down. So that's a big price to get over on this thing. It has to get up and get over 6.5 pennies. That's a 3x from here. But if you can get over that, I would say, what, I'm going to draw a box on the screen. So if I make an update on this, I'll remember. So it looks like this area here, anywhere from 7.8 down to 6.5. That's your must break price for this thing to have a bull run, or to be alive, really. And then if that is the bottom on AI tech, 786 retracement, that's where you're going to get your 25-cent 11x. Why do we have a red line up here? $1. And if it gets through a new high and hits $1, 46x up to that point. But right now, like I said, you got to get over these smaller levels. It is starting to curl up on the small time frame, so we'll see how it plays. Engine, INJ. What's up, SUKU? What's up, Tussin? Can you check OIN? OIN, INJ. Let me look INJ first. Oh, man. INJ, come on. Binance chart. Injective. Let's see what this chart's going to tell us. Oh, we already have it on here. I'm just going to move that because I don't know if that's still correct. Yeah, this is another coin that came down, and you can clearly see what macro support and resistance it does have. You're at that area again. Support, turn resistance, resistance. Now you're back on that support. So you would have to imagine the bottom is in on engine. Low to the high. Yeah, and you're sitting right at the 382. So it looks like it's on the bottom, and it looks like it's trying to stay bullish where it is. So as long as you're over 780, could very well be the bottom. But where's engine gonna go? I'm gonna have to draw a new fib because this one's the old one. Let's get some new levels on here. High to the low on engine. Ooh. Engine, let's see. Hit $8, so if you come up here and hit $90 to $100, that's your 10x. And then 1618 to 173 would be your 20x. If you hold here, which it looks like it should be the macro bottom. And then short term. Yeah, this is another one of those coins that have this market structure here where we don't know what it's going to do yet. Because you're stair-stepping your way, bear flagging your way down every time. So until this clear downtrend is broken, you're still bearish here. So what I'm going to do is draw a downtrend line. It's not going to be perfect, but we just need to get some kind of a level to watch. So what we'll do is we'll just pull this all the way down. So it looks like your 618 is going to be your breakout point short term, 0.5618 where you're getting stuck right now. So if you can get up over 839 and then 890, these levels here, and back test it, but you're still in the downtrend. Sitting right on the shorter 382. So it looks like once you get over this almost $9 range, then you're got to break out and play. But we're seeing this a lot lately. We keep saying it. A lot of coins that are down here on macro bottoms, their downtrends are slowly being broken, and you're back testing, and it's just getting in a good spot to go up. So engine doesn't look horrible. It's not good at the moment, but we'll see how it plays out. I don't think it can really go lower than it is. Anxious for this run. I'm sure others are. Glad to be a member now. I appreciate it, my man. Yeah, we're gonna be here when we're actually going to the moon and these coins are taking off and flying. We're gonna be here to look at where they're hitting and getting stuck, because there will be little pullbacks along the way after you have giant candles spawning in. Not financial advice, of course, but I think you guys are gonna make out well. I think we're gonna time it good. Hopefully. And hopefully I can get in before that happens. Can we do purple? Or Perpe. What is that? Perpe. Oh, purple Pepe. Purple Pepe. How many Pepe coins are there? Oh man, purple Pepe. Not a horrible looking chart, but where can you even buy this at? Bitmart? You're holding the 0.5 at the moment. Purple Pepe. So, I mean, you hit this area again, so it could be the bottom. As long as you're over 2.8, 4 zeros, 2.8. And then zoom it in a little bit. Low to the high. You're still above the short-term 382, but it's really not telling us too much. Alright, you're getting stuck at the 618, so that's what you don't want to see, high to the low. 618, you get stuck, and now you're starting to fall. So short term, as long as you stay over 3.1, but you're below the 0.5 getting stuck after that little candle. So you still could come all the way back down here. So it remains to be seen. Unless you break over 4.1, you know, you could easily come right back down. But I'd imagine if you're buying purple Pepe, you just want to know how high it can go. Which I have no idea. I don't know the tokens, the supply, market cap. But high to the low, yeah, you're down below the 236 here, so you have to come all the way up to 60 from low to the high to be bullish. So this thing needs to move up 80%. It's almost a 2x to get bullish. And then the breakout would be over 301, eating a 0, 3.5x, and then a new high on purple Pepe would take you up here to 307 for a 22.5x. It's not bad if people are going to buy it, I guess. But there's so many Pepe coins and different meme coins. Purple Pepe. Alright, let me switch the music again. I guess we're going to start over here again. Alright, not bad. We got 85 votes. OIN. Yeah, that's all you can really do is just hold. What's up, Nia? Natix. Yeah, we can check out Natix. Bought in at 190. Down 5 grand on virtual protocol. Damn, that's tough. Alright, OIN. Let's see what this... OIN Finance, I guess this is it. Yeah, there's you guys bring up so many new coins all the time, and it's just like, how many coins can there actually be? You just gotta make sure people are gonna buy these coins you guys are looking at, because it's gonna take people wanting to buy the coin for it to go up. And this thing's going to 0 at the moment. Just broke the 382. Let's see if it's hitting final support level. Put in a high or low, or it's going to 0. It's already below a penny. Yeah, you just broke the 786 final support and you're dying. It's going straight down. So until you get back over 2.8 up to 4, there's no hope. It looks like it did what the rest of the coins are doing down here. formed a little bear flag, and then it just died. So it looks like it's coming back down to the low, and it could go lower. So what we're going to simply do is go from the low to the high. I got to pull it down now. If the bottom does not hold, which there's no guarantee because it's just one little bottom wick, you can see the next stop is the 1272 to the downside. So whatever this coin is, if it doesn't just bounce for some reason and you fall lower than 307, it's a 42% drop still in play, and it's just going to absolutely die. Another 90%. Ooh, I took a drink of water and it almost killed me. But we'll zoom in and see if there's anything. Nah, this thing's just dying. That's all I can really say on it. It's going back to the bottom. Natix. Oh man. Yeah, everyone make sure you hit the like button for me and answer the little poll. Help out the algorithm, help out the channel with the likes. It's much appreciated. Natix. I don't know if I spelled that right. Yeah, Natix Network. Yeah, she's curling up like everything else that's still alive on the 4-hour. What is this thing doing? That's down here doing nothing. It's going sideways. Needs to get over 7.4 up to 90 to be bullish. So you can come up to either of those levels and still be bearish. But it looks to be it's putting in some sort of a bottom. You do have a trend in play here when you're making higher lows. So that's good to see. Slightly higher lows. So going from, I guess we'll go from this high to the bottom. Yeah, you're sitting right on the 236. So short term, bottom in over 6, but you're not bullish until you get over 6.9. And then that should push you up to the macro 236. And then clearly the breakout is over the 0.5618. So once you break this little downtrend here, and you can finally start moving up. Yeah, but it looks like it's about to get squeezed. It looks like XCN. So the price is getting squeezed from the downtrend and holding support. If you can break through and get over that 6.9 level, then you're bullish to the upside. Oh. And then this one, where can it end up? If people are going to buy it, like I keep saying. What are we at? 006. New high would take up to 003 for a 4.5x, and if it blows through that, maybe 005 would be your 7.5x. But if it's going to come up here and tag a penny, I have no idea what the coin circulation or anything is on this. But if you think you can hit a penny, that's where you get an 18x from where it is. Where it's done nothing. If Toshi takes off today, it would be crazy. It looks like it wants to do something. It looks bullish. A little pattern it's trying to form. Virtual. Vertical. What is vertical? What's up, Stone Santa? Went back and looked at Turbo. What is vertical? This what you're talking about? Vertical AI? Maybe we looked at that on Deck Screener. Let me check it out. Oh yeah, I guess that is it. On Ethereum or Base? Oh, it's the same price, so I guess it is the same thing. Come on. Alright, I got mixed up there. Alright. Vertical AI, you're still holding. She's holding a 382 at the moment, it looks like. Not perfectly, but it's holding this area. It really can't go lower than it is. Yeah, it's getting stuck right at the 236 here, so you need to get back over 122 and then 15 and then up to 23 to be bullish. It's going sideways right now, trying to hold something. So this one, yeah, if this one goes to a new high, it's your 20x, 21x up to 250 almost. But yeah, it looks like it's put in some sort of a bottom here, so accumulation going on. Doesn't look horrible. If that's what you're talking about, but I guess you're talking about virtual. Is that what you're still holding, virtual protocol? Damn, it looks exactly the same as the other chart almost. So not bullish yet, you're still making lower lows and lower highs. You did just tag this area right at the 1618 at 50. I think that's what we said before, 50 should be the bottom. Yeah, you tagged this area here where you form the bullish pattern and you blast it out of here. I don't think it's going to come all the way back down here, so that over 50 should be the bottom. And then you're right under the 382 on the macro to be bullish over 62. You're getting stuck. So if you get back over 62, you're macro bullish. As long as you're over 50, the bottom is in. That's not what I want. So let's move that out of the way. And then just keep it simple, I guess. Let's move that for a moment. Virtual protocol. So once you get this thing right now, short term over pretty much $1, $1.10, then you're bullish again. 62 to be bullish on the macro, and then $1.10 to be short term bullish to push up. And then we'll just, like I said, keep it simple. We'll just go from the high here where it got stuck to the low. That's what I just did. I don't know why I erased it. Oh man, staring at the charts too long. Oh, not a bad move. Virtual to a new high would be an 18.5x up to 1050. But right now you have to get over these smaller levels because you're still making lower lows and lower highs. The only positive thing is you hit this area. So possibly the macro support area it was looking for. So that should have been the bottom. Hoppy. Yeah, it would be nice if something took off. Why can't things do what that one coin is doing? The one coin that's going straight down. Why can't we just go straight up? And that's all we're asking for. I'm just asking for some straight up candles. So it's not so depressing all the time. Lonely and depressing all the time. Never a break. Yeah, Hoppy's doing the same thing. At least we stopped going down. You broke the downtrend, you back tested it, and you're going sideways. So not bad for accumulation on the bottom. Yeah, and you would have to imagine that's the macro bottom for Hoppy. You're putting in a higher low, a double bottom with a higher low here on the weekly chart. You broke the downtrend. It looks like it's only a matter of time before this thing starts moving up. So not a bad spot to be buying in on Hoppy right now. But it's going sideways, it's not moving. And clearly 0.5236 to put the bottom in over 3. Bullish over the double 382 finally. So if it can come all the way up here and get stuck, it'll just come back down and chop around. But if you can get over 48, 49, then you're bullish. Breakout is over, 3 zeros 1, eating a 0. And then we'll do the same thing we did on virtual. I think we did this before. I don't know why I deleted that. Yeah, not a bad move on Hoppy here. Hoppy to the 1272 new high from where you are now, breaking out and going sideways would be a 38x up to the 1272 308. Yeah, are we about to get a move up soon? The dying is finally done on most coins. It's time to go up. Let's go ETH. What is ETH doing? Yeah, they want us to give up. That's why there's so much selling been going on, but now I think it's finally starting to end. All you guys are stopped selling. Oh, Ethereum is holding up a little bit. She's up 2%. We're back. She's up 2%. It's time to go. Yeah, been holding for a couple of weeks. Hopefully it's not a little bear flag forming and we drop more. Just say it's the bottom already. Pretty much tagged to 618, wick down below it. I hope it doesn't go lower. But yeah, I mean, this area here, resistance, support, we're at it again. Yeah, because if it goes lower than it is now, then it's just going to completely die. Yeah, Looks like the bottom is in on Ethereum. Let's go. Once we get back over 2200, we're bullish again. And then it looks like once you break back over the trend, back over 3300, we're going to the moon. Oh, we still got 30 people hanging out in here. Yeah, I can't wait till we flip bullish again. Get all the people back in here. Super chat's going wild. Scammers coming in here, shilling their coins again. You have about 5 million tokens on Toshi, waiting on a pump to take some out and redistribute. Yeah, it's not a bad plan. All that 5, trying to stock money into memes. Yeah, some of these coins look like they're about to blast out of here. Toshi didn't quite back test. I guess not on the larger time frames, maybe on the smaller. No. But a little strong move up. You're holding over the 618, and everyone go tell all your friends, pile into Toshi. Let's get something moving. Looks a little bit bullish here. She's at least about to get a spike up to the first resistance level at 5. So she's about to do a 50% move up. And then everyone's going to be asking for Toshi again. Oh, man. Open a 10x on ZBCN. That must be nice. That's what I want to do. With a lot of money, of course, but right now, if I just had $100 to throw on ZBCN or a couple hundred, oh, that would get me back in the game. Little 10x leveraged long play on ZBCN right now. Then it wouldn't be so depressing. ZBCN to the moon. Yeah, Toshi looks like it's about to go. So many coins look good. Toshi. Yeah, how are the other coins looking? How's Mudang looking? Mudang and Mog. Not bullish yet, huh? I mean, I don't think these coins are going to go lower than they are. This one's at the bottom. It hit the 1414 and it's holding to the downside. It's still slightly forming a bear flag, so it could always go down more. Yeah, is this going to pull a Myro and go hit a penny before it can go up? That's what it looks like right now. It's going to drop 50%. Jeez. But yeah, on the daily, it's doing the same thing the rest of the market's doing. A little double bottom with a higher low is trying to get us bullish here. But yeah, another coin that's getting stuck at the 382. So you have to get short term over 2.8 on Mudang to be bullish on it. And clearly break out once you break over that wick at 3.5. Or else she's gonna possibly die more. How about baby meme on Solana? Baby what? You talking about the baby coin? What did it ever do? There was two different baby ones we were looking at. There's baby deer, of course, but then there's baby. Are you talking about the baby deer or just baby? Oh my god, they got the dancing baby from the 90s. Oh no. CTX. Yeah, we'll look at CTX. First, we gotta look at some scam coins. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but this one right here is waking up. That one we were looking at. She made a slightly lower low, and now she's trying to move up. But this one is one you throw. It's only a 98K market cap. And it's only got 58K of liquidity. So you probably wouldn't even be able to get out of this one. But yeah, this is the ridiculous 6000X coin. 6000X to a new high. Pile in, everyone. Not financial advice. But there's no... I don't think you'd be able to get out with that high of a move. If this thing just spikes up and does a 786 retracement, it's a 62X. But yeah, I don't think you'd be able to get out of this one. Baby on Solana. Yeah, she's curling up, my man. Nearly 100% down. Yeah, I mean, that screams that the bottom, yeah, it's down. So the bottom should be in for this coin if it's ever going to do anything. It's at 601. So she may be getting ready to run if it's going to run. But like I said, it's only got 58K of liquidity. So I don't even know. Depends on how much money you put in here. You got to sell before they dump on you. It's making lower highs, so maybe it only comes up. I know you guys can't see it, but maybe it only does a 10x. Yeah, maybe getting ready to 10x up to the 382. That would put you in your lower high, and that's when they're going to dump it. So if you're holding baby, when it gets to 5011, get out. Maybe a little bit before that. CTX. Cryptics Finance to the moon. Yeah, I didn't quite tag it perfectly, but this is one of the ones that broke the trend, and then it broke the trend again. So it didn't quite hit the 786, but it's down here. So that should be the bottom on it, I guess. As we can see, it formed a little continuation triangle pattern, and then it just died. So it is still forming a little bear flag pattern. So it's either or. It's doing what the rest of the market's doing. It's either we're about to die or we're about to go up. Double bottom with a higher low here. Off of the macro bottom. So clearly 618 and the 236 here you have to get over. So once you get over 180 to 205, then you can have some sort of hope on CTX. Now if we zoom in, yeah, you're over the 618, but you have to clearly get bullish over 167 short term for the possible breakout. Yeah, so there's 167 again. So that's your move to get out of here. But you would have to imagine the bottom is in here. So let's move that one for a moment. It did make a lower low, but a lot of coins that are doing that. Yeah, this music's a little annoying. Alright, so let's just zoom out. Yeah, there's nothing great looking on the chart here for CTX. So if that was the bottom, a 618 retracement would take you up to around $10. That would be your 6.5x, and then $20 would be a good target for a 13x. Because I don't know if it's going to rocket up here. I don't know if CTX has the firepower to do a 45x and hit a higher high at 70 maybe. Hell, even $50 would be a 30x. I don't think CTX is going to 90x to $140. But the chart's not bullish right now. The only hope you have is that 786 bottom. $8,000 holders. Yeah, it does have 8,000 holders. But yeah, I guess it's good for a tiny play, but if you put too much money in there, don't expect to make a lot of money because there's just no money to get out with. Unless just some whales are going to come buy your bags. Cookie. Yeah, we looked at Cookie in the last couple of streams. Cookie Dow. I mean, the overall macro chart doesn't look horrible. These can always go lower, but yet again, it looks like the bottom is in. You're hitting this area here. You're down from the top. You went down 90%. You're hitting what macro support and resistance area there is. But Cookie Dow's in the same spot as some of these coins that drop like this. We're either about to fall because you're forming another little bear flag, or we're about to start going up. Same thing. Little double bottom with a higher low in play. So it's the same exact thing on everything. So either the bottom is in on most, or we're about to get super bearish. Yeah, this one you got to break over 10, break this high here, and then you can go up. Then this double bottom will play out. And then confirmed over 11. But the next big stop up, if it can get over those, which you can clearly see, strong move down, and it's starting to form on the larger time frames here, a little triangle, little baby triangle pattern to be bearish, to send you back down to the shadow realm. So Cookie Dow could always go lower if it doesn't get over those levels and then get over the 786 here. So it needs to move up about 21% and get over pretty much 12 cents. And then, of course, those smaller levels. Or else this could end up playing out and dropping even further. Oh, this music's horrible. Yeah, you're holding the double 618, 382, 786 is down there. So if it's going to come down to the final support level and be bearish in this little pattern, and if it doesn't get over those levels, then yeah, you could drop 50% from here. So it's either or at the moment, in my opinion. If it is the bottom, a new high on this one, possibly up to the 2 level, would give you an 18x up to $1.80, $2. Yeah, so $2 would be your 20x. God, why do I have this song on here? It's horrible. You missed it. What's up, Kura? How you doing? How's the weather in Croatia today? I forgot about Cocky New. I used to cover this one on the channel, but it just doesn't get views. Going to 0. Did Myro ever recover? Yeah, Myro's at the bottom. I remember forever we were saying Myro back to a penny, and now she's finally there. Damn. I mean, that has to be the bottom on Myro at a penny. But until it gets over this red box, it's just Shadow Realm Myro edition. But if she can hold a penny and blast out of here to $1, $1.25, maybe Myro's going to 112x from here. If a penny was the bottom. But yeah, we've been watching this thing forever. Bear flag, fall, bear flag every time. Just little bear flags everywhere, and it just keeps falling. It's doing it again. Come on, Myro. Stuck in a loop or something. It's just doing the same thing over and over again. Myro's stuck in the matrix of the Shadow Realm. She can't get out. Oh, it was awesome weather. That's good. I guess we've talked about everything. We've been on here over 2 hours. There's just nothing happening. So we switch over to the bear music. As the market is still not moving, and I guess it's time to hang our heads and go back into the Shadow Realm, into the darkness. Still got 30 people hanging out. What's up, Breakthrough Maneki? Yeah, Maneki's done. She already put in her top. We looked at it a couple times. Excuse me. Yeah, she's losing the 236 support as we speak. But she had her little spike up right up to the 0.5. And clearly the support in the past in this general area came into heavy resistance, and that's when everybody sold. They were just waiting and watching. Right when it hit the 0.5, everyone just sold. You're still holding, you just tagged the 618, so technically you're still alive on this move up, but you're not bullish until you get back over 2.5. So as long as you're over 16.7, 2.5, once you get back over that, you're bullish again. But it just looks like the top is in for now. Had a decent little run on Maneki. But if it starts to fall below 16.7, it's just simply coming back down to the bottom. 34% drop back down to 2012. And then probably sideways until further notice. But we're seeing that a lot. If your coin's going to spike up, just be ready. When it hits a good resistance level, it's time to get out because we're not there yet. No, there is light. It's coming. Yeah, one day it's going to come. But right now it's back into the shadow realm. To just go sit in your corner and wait and don't talk. There's no talking in the shadow realm. You just sit quietly. And wait your turn. Wait for your turn to be called. Wait until they say you're going to the moon. Strap in. And then you can get out of the shadow realm and live a happy life. And until then, there's nothing. I can't tell you what to do, my man. Take profit or not. You should have took profit up here. Just not financial advice at all, but it just looks like that was it for now. It's probably just going to chop around now. Because usually when we see a coin do a little run up like that, and then it's already back down, it's just chop time. It's going to go sideways for a little bit, and then a little bit up maybe, and then just chop around until it's time to go again. But you could wake up tomorrow, and then they're saying Maneki again, and Maneki's back up. But it did it last time. Spiked up and then just died. Spiked up, large wick. That's not bullish. Not bullish at all in the macro monthly chart here. If you're still in profit, you must have bought the bottom then, huh? Before it ran. Waiting for me, yeah, hopefully. Oh man, one day we'll make it out of here. Yeah, need to short circuit those sell bots. Yeah, but I guess that's it. We covered pretty much everything for today. Not a bad stream again. Just can't wait for the market to build back up or come back so we can actually be bullish and have hundreds of people in here going crazy. The nice good old days of banning people. Oh, Bitcoin's trying to push. Let's go. We're back. Come on, Bitcoin. You can do it. Yeah, look at all these daily candles just getting stuck right here at 85 and 85.5. If we can get a daily close over 85.5, then we may have a shot. Come on, just one daily candle. Got 2 hours left. 2 hours to close. Yeah, the fact that we've been getting stuck here, we may be bullish if we break over this level. It's right there knocking on the door. TikTok tube. Did you grab any more PLSX? What the heck is that? I don't know what PLSX is. I don't grab anything. I have nothing. PulseX? Pulse chain. I don't know what that is. We have never looked at pulse chain here, I don't believe. Wrapped on pulse chain. It's a deck screener coin. Vulcan Forged. What is the ticker for Vulcan Forged? Vulcans reminds me of Star Trek. We haven't looked in Vulcan Forged in forever. PYR. Alright, PYR USD. Oh, this thing looks bearish as hell. Potentially on the bottom. It's sitting with the candle right where that wick spawned it in, or where that candle was. So I can't draw anything that way, so it's either the bottom or it's not. If the candle's holding it wick down, yeah, so clearly you got to get over 224 up to $4 to be bullish on it. 224 to 4, and then short term $1.57 or so. And then not bullish until you get back over 227. We could draw these all day, but clearly there's that support. So you have to get over 225 or there's no life in this thing. And right now you got to get over $1.30 up to $1.68 short term. She's trying to do something here, though. Oh no, we got a front runner here. This one actually broke the middle, the double bottom of the higher low. You're over the 0.5. So if you can get over 122, this little move down is officially over, and then break over 134. She should start going up. But right now you got to stay over about 115. But it's not a bad look for possibly the bottom. So we'll see what happens here. So if that is the bottom on Vulcan Forged, we'll just zoom out. Like I said on the macro, you have to get over those two levels or you're still bearish. Breakout over 1050. But if people are going to buy this coin and it's actually going to do something, do any kind of damage, just to get up to the 618 where it got stuck last time at 1050 is an 8.5x, and then $20 will be a next target. So not bad. $10 and then $20 will be a 17x, and then if it goes to the moon, 100 and $4,750 would be 123x. So it's probably not going to do that. Probably lucky a coin looking like this if it hits $10 to $20. There's rumors saying it's going to pump. What's going to pump? BTC. Yeah, I'm going to pull up Deck Screener right now. I got the chart up. This thing's already at a 3 billion market cap. Wow. I have no idea how many holders it has. 9 million in liquidity. Jesus. Yeah, hopefully this is the right one. PLSX on Pulse Chain. It's been going sideways since it spawned in. It's curling up at the end. It's getting stuck right at the 236 right now. So short term, you have to get over 3.1, and then of course 4.7 to be bullish. But it's not a bad, horrible looking chart. It's been going sideways forever. It looks like the bottom was put back in, this little bottom here. So resistance, turn support, turn support. So some sort of a macro bottom is being put in on this thing here. Come on, move. You can do it. You can do it. And then short-term high to the low, you're getting stuck right at the 382 at 2.8. So you have to get over 2.8, and then of course this, and then short-term you're bullish, and then that should push you up to the macro 382 to be macro bullish. But then just zooming out, but it's not in a bad spot. Where's my thing? What kind of damage can this do? Yeah, if you get through the 786 retracement where it got stuck last time at 301, that would put in play a new high and do a 7.5x to up to 302. I have no idea where this thing's going to end up. I don't know what it is. A 10x up to 303, and then 304 would be a 16.5x. But complete sideways at the bottom, so not a bad, you know, if you're going to gamble on this coin. Dang it. Wow, it's 5 o'clock already. 5 o'clock. Oh, Bitcoin pump rumors. I gotcha. The founder had the SEC sue him. He actually won the case. He didn't drop it. That's good. Well, if that's good, if that was recently, that's probably why the coin has done nothing. That's why it's gone sideways. It's been suppressed, just like XRP has been. Bitcoin market cap is 1.69 trillion. Total 2.69 trillion. 420 tomorrow. Not financial advice. Damn, it is actually 420 tomorrow and Easter. Alright, we got over 100 volts on the poll. I'm going to end the poll, and we'll get out of this live stream for the day. I appreciate you guys coming in here in these bearish times, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Hopefully Bitcoin's about to break out here. And always, if something happens crazy, If we get a breakout or something happens and coins start pumping, I will jump back on a live stream at any time of the day or night if I have to. But if nothing happens, then nothing happens. We're still waiting on coins to break out. Bitcoin's still ultimately getting stuck here. But if we can get a daily candle to close over 85.5, then we could be good to go. But yeah, I can't sit in this chair anymore. I appreciate you guys coming in here. As always, none of this is financial advice, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, everyone.